Very good evening to you with the Wednesday edition of Sports Night. I'm Damien Best. Well, West Indies lost 6 wickets on the opening day of the first test against Sri Lanka at Queen's Park Oval in Trinidad. At the close, the Windies were 246 for 6 with Shane Dowrich unbeaten on 46 and Devendra Bishu yet to score. Well, earlier the Windies won the toss and elected to bat, and after losing openers Devon Smith and Craig Bathwaite cheaply, Shea Hope, who scored 44, had vital partnerships with Kieran Powell and Roston Chase, who both scored 38. Captain Jason Holder then added 40 runs as he and Dowrich put together a 6-wicket stand worth 90. Bowling for Sri Lanka, pacer Lahiru Kumara has 3 for 57. Here are the highlights.
This time, that's an edge. Just a bit uppish, but he's going to get runs. Might be 4 of them. It is. That's a good-looking shot. Pitched up. And the first real authentic shot, possibly the best shot so far.
Gone for it. A little bit of room outside the off stump. No third man in position. That 3 slips all right. There he is. He's flashed hard at it. So maybe the fact that he's been getting those 20s and 30s is what...
Oh, is that gone? Is that gone?
Nice shot. Quick to pounce on it. And just going to the boundary line. Back foot punch.
Kumara.
Oh, done him. Done him. Good pace. Went for the Yorker. That's a good pull shot. Shea Hope has been good with that shot. He's had plenty of time.
Got him. Talks about assessing conditions. That's loose from Shea Hope. First point of contact with the foot. Is there anything hanging over the line? It can be grounded or in the air. That's the question for the umpire.
So that's where we're concerned about. Oh, what about that? Even better. The best of the lot was the 3rd shot.
Glorious. This is, to me... Oh, is that gloved? Is it gloved? Yes, aggression! This time, Hope doesn't have any reprieve.
Given by the birthday boy. Second scoring shot for Shane Dowrich.
Reviews. Nicely driven. They're running their first run hard, but no need to run because the timing is perfect.
Edged and put down. For a moment you felt that it was taken.
But nobody seems to be taking catches now without falling on the ground. 8-10 overs, maybe get another 40 runs. Caught behind, big appeal.
Alim ultra edge has been shown as an outside edge. Just needs give it out, please. On screen.
Comes to my mind.
So Bishu survives, the West Indies survive. It's 246 for 6 at stumps. And the West Indies will be well pleased with their first day's work.
Well, 2 goals from Kenai Yard and Kevion Newton saw Westbury and Wesley Hall to victory in Zone 6 when the 2018 Baiko Primary Schools football competition continued at Passage Road today. Yard booted 2 goals in Westbury's 4-0 win over neighbours St. Mary's in the first game at that venue. He was assisted with 2 other goals, with 1 apiece from Romario Nakarsi and Tyrese King. Meantime, Newton helped Wesley Hall to run away with a 4-1 win over visiting Eden Lodge. Thanks to his 2 goals, he was backed up by Jaden Green and Shadiq Watton, who with 1 each to their names. Eden Lodge's lone goal came from Tyrell Daniel. Well, the Co-Operators General Under-16 Schools basketball competition continued yesterday at venues across the island. Over at Husbands, the home team Queen's College defeated Combomere, while Ellerslie just edged out the Lodge School 29-27. CBC's Akeem Klinkett reports.
Lodge School in the white at home. Defensive stop. Forward movement. Pass from Julian Ford to Derek Clark, and he banks it in. Lodge again pushing the tempo. Clark now with the dish to Thierry Gittings, and he follows Clark as well, using the woodwork to good effect. Ellerslie turn now. Tyrell Rayside not afraid to shoot a shot and gets it in, 2 of his game high 11 points. Then Christian Taylor ups the difficulty level, getting the turnaround J to go down. Ellerslie not worried about not having home court advantage. Remar Simmons through the lane and finishes with the floater. Ellerslie going into the half up 15-7. In the second, Lodge were looking to bring the proceedings back on level terms. Clark backdoor pass to Scott Wharton, and he secures the easy basket for Lodge. But Ellerslie replied instantly. Pass from backcourt for a running Rayside, avoids the defender, then turns and drains the shot. Back the other direction, Wharton again, this time receiving the pass from Ford, finishing the move to bring Lodge closer to Ellerslie. Then Clark completes 2 offensive boards, not getting the points right away, but would be rewarded for his effort when Lodge intercepts a pass and gets it to him for the layup. But despite bringing things back close, Ellerslie handled the pressure well. Simmons with the jumper from the right flank. We move over to Husbandsbury. QC in the red at home took on Combermere. Drive from Ethan Ellis, dished an open Niall Morris, and he hits the mid-range J. 12 points for him in the game. Khalil Wilkinson then attempts the triple, but is unsuccessful. But Morris follows with speed and force to get the rebound and the putback. Combermere got on the scorecard from Yannick Emile Smith, attacking the rim for 2 of his game-high 14 points. But QC were up by a large margin at the half, 22-6. QC were back for more. Wilkinson with the fancy pass, Morris with the jumper. Then they came good on defense. Nathaniel Rudder with the steal and converts to offense for the easy points. QC looking to expand their lead. Morris, fancy footwork, step back J, that rattles in. QC good on defense once more. Rudder that man again. Pickpockets Miguel Yearwood to collect another layup. Combermere weren't given much chances to score, but capitalized here as QC came out of the timeout a tad late. Emile Smith dribbling and banking it in. But it was a small highlight in the second half as QC would take away the victory by 28, 46-18. Akeem Klinkett, CBC Sports.
Well, thanks, Akeem. Coming up after the break, road tennis action. Well, there was no shortage of entertainment as the St. James Open Road Tennis Tournament moved into the round of 16 at the Haynesville Hard Courts. The top 8 ranked players, the number 3 seed Curtis Jones, number 4 Marcin Johnson, the number 6 Dario Hines, and the 7th seeded Emar Edwards all moved one step closer to the title after victories last night. First up, Marcin Johnson in the far court taking on Jamal Branch. Branch trying to shake off some nerves, commits the unforced error. Johnson having his way in the opening game puts Branch in hurry-up mode. That leads to an easy smash. Branch gained a few points because Johnson was feeling charitable. The return missing its mark. But it was back to reality for Branch, taken to market and introduced to the butcher in the first game, 21-8. Change of ends for Branch now, long rally with Johnson not willing to go for the passing shot, rearing down his opponent. Branch with the lazy back arm. He did manage to escape the double sow, but it was all about Johnson, who went on to wrap up the contest 21-8, 21-13. Before we get to more men's action, let's take in the ladies' competition. Sheldon Waldron in green battling Heather Samuel. Ace from Samuel. Trying to duplicate that effort, but Waldron is prepared. Now it's down to concentration. Waldron, simple forearm shot. Too much for Samuel. Waldron going on to take the first game 21-13 and the second 21-7. Back to the men's competition now. Kerry T.C. Francis in blue. battling Dario Hines, aka CR7, trading backarm shots here. Error from Francis. Hines returned the favor a few plays later after Francis probed his opponent's backarm and forearm. Hines coming up short. But Francis only dazzled briefly as Hines buckled down to seal the opening game, 21-12. In the second, Hines upped the tempo and whipped up a storm which Francis could not withstand. Into the advertising he goes. Hines seemed to be late for an appointment as he rattled off some crisp drives that kept Francis away from the baseline. Then the finish, brutal. Well, despite the urgency, Francis was able to ease out of a sow with some help. Hines picking up the top of the net. But the young gun would race to victory in confident fashion. Francis missing his mark. Hines in two straight, 21-12, 21-13. The final set in our highlight reel, Curtis Jones in the white versus Gregory Gill. Gill presented a mixed bag that Jones wasn't able to compute in the first. Gill throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, almost putting Jones on his back. Jones lackluster at times as Gill drew first blood, 21-13. Jones will level though, winning the second 21-14. So let's head to the third. Gill fighting for all his worth. Footwork equals court coverage. Jones cannot find the winner and goes long. What a rally. Then this episode of Dancing with the Stars. Jones out to all. Desperation time. Gill pulling the strings. And the passing shot, sumptuous. Road tennis at its best. But Gill on the cusp of a major upset, reaching 18 with another tactical display, taking Jones to the cleaners on this point. Steady diet of the backarm before the switch. But Gill would surrender with Jones smartly inching towards a victory. In the end, Jones snatching the victory in three, 13-21, 21-14, 21-18 over Gill. Meanwhile, the Touch of Class Women's Road Tennis Tournament moved into round of 32 for the novices and the round of 16 for the B class last evening. Sean Green has more.
Tanya Watts versus Donna Holder in the orange with her back to the camera. Watts picking up a point with little effort. Holder with the serve and Watts looking very laid back in her play, content to reply from the baseline, and Holder pounced on that opportunity. Holder with the serve, Watts with a juicy backhand return and out. Then Watts sends down an ace to follow up that play, but Holder rallied back bravely, matching the younger Watts shot for shot before pushing this one across her. It goes unanswered and another point in the bag for Holder. Holder serving for a game point, and Watts goes into the net, giving Holder the win at 21-15. Watts turn to serve and she makes it perfect. Holder too slow, and another serve would eventually yield another point. Holder again, too late on getting there. Tanya Watts on the serve for victory, toying around with Holder, trading shot for shot. Each player attempted nothing too drastic, but Watts had had enough. Nice passing shot to polish off Holder, 21-15, 21-7. Now to a novice game featuring Tennille Carrington and Janice Burkett in the pink. Carrington looking for placement once, but twice as nice. Beautiful shot. Carrington on the serve again, getting into position, but can't put it away, but neither could Burkett. Carrington picking up the win, 16-21, 21-18, 21-13. This is Sharon Cumberbatch with her back to us, taking on Julie Howard. Cumberbatch having some problems with her radar on that shot. Cumberbatch serving again. Good reply by Howard, but this time she switched it up, sending Cumberbatch to fetch. Howard with a chance to serve and making Cumberbatch work hard on the baseline, hopping around and just putting the ball back. But a golden opportunity presents itself, but Cumberbatch goes wide and she can't believe it. And on her serve, she fails to take care of her own business as Howard went on to take the games at 7-19. Sean Green, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Sean. Coming up, the big boys talk tough ahead of tonight's Game 3 of the NBA Final Series.